I would like to congratulate you all on the many incredible things that you have achieved throughout your time here at Butler. I'm both honored and extraordinarily grateful to have been selected as a guest speaker at your graduation ceremony. While some of you may vaguely know who I am, as I like to think it wasn't all that long ago that I was a student here, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Landon Fiery, and I am, as of just 2 weeks ago, a graduate of Poolesville High School, where I was in the Humanities program. Also, and maybe a little more relevantly today, I was a student at Butler Montessori and graduated from the intermediate program in 2019. Butler has and will always mean a lot to me. I was blessed to have the opportunity to be a part of this community, and it was crucial in shaping me into the person that I am today, just like how I know that your experiences here will be crucial in forming you into the people that you will become. I can attribute Butler to so many of my achievements and successes through these past few years. It's kind of hard to explain, but one achievement that I'd like to shed a little light on was at the Poolesville Senior Awards Ceremony, where I received the award for excellence in debate. This was a little surprising to me, especially considering the fact that I wasn't on the debate team. However, after learning a little more about the award, I discovered that it is given to students that excel in discussion, in asking questions, in speaking up, and being engaged and curious across different classes. These are all skills that I feel Butler prepared me extremely well for, and as a result, almost seemed like second nature to me by the time I entered high school. I don't know if you all realize this, but you are already miles ahead of the average high schooler in terms of speaking for yourself and being able to voice your own thoughts, opinions, and questions. Butler has ingrained all of these skills so deeply within you through all the seminars and reports and presentations and plays, and especially MMUN, that talking in class and being able to have discussions seems so natural. But for a lot of people that didn't have the Butler experience, that's not necessarily the case. So be grateful that you were taught to speak well and speak for yourself, because it is one of the most important skills you will ever learn. That's the first piece of advice I want to leave you all with today. Do not forget how to talk for yourself. It's harder in high school to really be an advocate for yourself when you don't have teachers like you've had at Butler that encourage you to do so. But it is absolutely critical that you remember what Butler has taught you: to talk, to collaborate with others, to have discussions, to ask questions, and most importantly, to ask for help. I have seen too many people struggle because they were too proud to ask for help. So don't be that person. Use your voice. It is one of the most powerful tools you have been given. You will be amazed at how far just being able to communicate well will take you. This leads me to my second piece of advice, which is to just say yes. It's that simple. Say yes to everything life throws your way. Going somewhere new, yes. Trying something new and different, yes. Meeting new people, yes. Learning an instrument, yes. Hanging out with friends, yes. It is so incredibly easy to say no to things, to stay at home, to do what is comfortable, to be scared of failure. But you have to overcome this and find the strength to say yes and experience what the world has in store for you. If you give it a chance, life can be pretty amazing. All you have to do is say yes to it. If you take one thing away from what I say today, make it the fact that the pain of failure stings much less than the pain of regret. In my limited time on this planet, I have learned that there are few things that I truly regret doing, but far, far more things I regret not doing. And those are the things that stick with me. Butler has given you all so many opportunities to go out in the world, to go to New York and California, and now apparently Puerto Rico, which, why couldn't we do that when I was here? Just the mere act of being a student at Butler allows you to experience a lot more than most people can imagine. And the experiences that you've had here are going to set you apart from pretty much anyone else you will meet. The look that people will give you when you tell them that your school had chickens and a greenhouse and took you on class trips to San Francisco is one of the funniest things ever, because they simply can't wrap their heads around it. Butler has given you the opportunity to say yes to so many things already, so many trips, people to meet, things to see and do. You know how to say yes, so don't lose that. Remember to push past the fear, to seek discomfort, and to never be afraid to fail, especially if failing is found through saying yes to something new. Because if you're not failing, you're not learning. And if you're not learning, you're not growing. And life can get stale when you don't grow enough. So, for a quick recap, first, Remember to speak well, and speak for yourself. And secondly, remember to say yes. Now, the third and final piece of advice I have for you all is to be grateful. It's so easy to take things for granted, to not really appreciate the beauty of life and the people around us. Believe me, I have the days where I'm too caught up in the whirlwind that is everyday life to really stop and take a minute to breathe everything in. And those days are always worse as a result. As American film icon Ferris Bueller said, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop to take a look around, you could miss it. Take that advice. Look around. Breathe it in. Be grateful that you get to experience nature. You'll be lucky to find a place as naturally beautiful and scenic as Butler, so be grateful that you've had the opportunity to take trips to the creek and get lost in the woods and get grass stains on your pants out in the soccer field. I hate to break it to you, but for the next couple of years, you'll be surrounded by cinder block walls and maybe a window if you're lucky. So be appreciative of the fact that you've been surrounded by nature, because you'll come to miss it. That being said, when the time comes, appreciate the cinder block too. Be grateful to be where you are, because even if they may not seem like the best conditions ever, it's the bad that makes us appreciate the good all the more. The bad is never really bad when you think about it that way. So be grateful for the earth, for nature, the beautiful environment that you've been surrounded in. Be grateful to see animals, even the bugs. I'll never forget Miss Madalena dropping everything to try and save a beetle from being stepped on one day during play practice. Be grateful to be outside, to soak in the sun, and feel the breeze on your skin, because in that moment of just focusing on how lucky you are to experience the simplicity of just being alive, you feel pure bliss, which is a pretty unbeatable feeling. So be grateful for nature, but also be grateful for the people around you. Be grateful for the people that you get to experience life with, because life is so much more enjoyable when you get to share it with the people that you care about. I remember back when I had to give my graduation speech, I talked about how it is the people that make Butler such a special place. You have had some of the best and most caring teachers you will ever have, and made some of the best friends that you will ever have. So be grateful that these people were in your life, and don't let this be the end. I visited Butler as much as I could after graduation. I still talk to Ms. Rodman all the time. She edited my college essays. I'm sure I drove her crazy at some point with the amount of papers I have sent her over the years. I keep my Butler family close because I'm grateful that I had them. I'm still best friends with some of my Butler friends. I'm in a big group chat with them. I see them at least once a month. I'm going to college with 3 of them, and we're as close as ever. I know when I was graduating from the intermediates, I was really worried that Butler wouldn't be there or be the same anymore, but I promise it will always be here for you and always be waiting for you to come back when you need to. Be grateful for the people you've had at Butler, but also be grateful for the people that helped you get to Butler, specifically your parents. Seriously, you have no idea how much they do for you, how much they sacrifice for you. I can't even begin to describe how much my parents have done for me, how much they have given up for me, and I am beyond thankful for them. So be grateful for your parents, for everything that they do, and make sure to give them a big hug after all of this and tell them thank you, because they deserve it. So be grateful for the people that you've had along the way, but also be grateful for the people that you're going to meet. The world has some pretty amazing people out there waiting for you if you're willing to take the chance and say yes to meeting them. And remember to always take a moment and just appreciate being with people. The friendship you have with them and the simplicity of just being with someone else. Some of my most impactful memories have come from just sitting around with my friends, whether it's on a curb outside of a gas station at the beach, in a gazebo at Caritas Creek, or at a fire in a backyard. Just soaking in the bliss of being grateful to be with my best friends. So, to summarize what I've said today, remember to speak, remember to say yes, and remember to be grateful. Butler has taught you all of these things already. You just need to go out and do them. Thank you.